Indefinite curfew as selection of new Northern king turns violence. Gombe State government has imposed a 24 hours indefinite curfew within Biliri local government area with immediate effect from Friday, 19th February 2021. The development is following the current eruption of violence in Biliri town, which has degenerated into a security threat to both lives and properties. According to a press statement signed by the Secretary to Gombe State Government (SSG), Professor Ibrahim Njodi Abubakar, the government affirmed the need for peaceful coexistence among the citizenry and commitment to the protection of lives and properties. Consequently, the government has suspended all forms of gathering in Bidiri local government area. The statement directed all security agencies to ensure strict compliance with the curfew directive, while all citizens are expected to comply with the directive except personnel providing essential services. It will be recalled that Gombe State government had assured that it is making far-reaching consultations with relevant stakeholders on who becomes the next Mai Tangale among the top three contenders presented by the kingmakers. The disclosure was made by the Secretary to the State Government (SSG), Professor Ibrahim Abubakar Njodi, while addressing newsmen shortly after a stakeholders meeting held at the Deputy Governor's office. He said that the journey to the throne of Maitangele began when a total of 23 persons expressed interest in the position, but through screening and some other important consideration in the selection process, the number was trimmed to 18 and eventually 3 candidates. Those 3 candidates, he further explained, secured votes from the kingmakers to emerge and are now equals in the eyes of the law irrespective of the number of votes they scored. Professor Njodi said that the names of the top 3 contestants who scored votes in the contest have since been forwarded to the state governor, explaining that the number of votes by kingmakers are not the determinants of who becomes an emir or chief. Rather, their votes only determine who makes the top 3 nominees to be recommended to the governor and nothing else. The SSG added, "You all know that the 2020 laws of Gombe State as amended gives the governor the prerogative to select one from the top 3 candidates. On 25th January 2021, the governor of Gombe State assented to the Gombe State Chieftaincy Law 2020, the relevant provision of the law as to the appointment of an emir or chief is that the council of traditional kingmakers of an emirate or a chiefdom shall nominate to the governor 3 candidates for the vacant 2 from among eligible members of the royal families." Thank you for listening to this news. What else are you expecting? You see, when it comes to prominent position like this in a state like emir, uh, king, and any prominent positions, top positions like this, it definitely attracts violence. Didn't you see what happened in the time in the Edo gubernatorial election? That one has to do with a governorship position. See what the people almost cost on that day, if not for the intervention of international observers. You see that? So that is why things of this kind are being advised to be done with wisdom. Well, as for this, that is going on in this state, I would say that the position of this position, this kingship position, I would say be should depend on who on who they feel that carries uh, the highest votes. It's not uh, by appointment. If you do it by appointment, you will see that the end of the day, the person will be will rule without respect, and without honor, unlike what is going on in Imo State today. I'm telling you, it's nothing to write home about. What is happening in Imo State today is nothing to write home about. Imo, as we speak, is on a very serious hot seat. Only God is going to revive or save the people in that state, in the hand of Uzodinma. So if they don't want, if they really want the right person to govern the people, and if they want the person to govern it well, then they must do the electing to be a fair one, because that is what, to me, that matters. I don't know of any other person. Okay, if you want to know, take the case of Lagos State as an example as well. What happened to the Oba of Lagos when his house was attacked? Yes, he won that seat with clear majority. You understand? But what happened at last? The people he was ruling turns back to be against him, because they felt he wasn't standing by them or supporting them. You see that? So that is why he was attacked. So, well, that is by the way. Please, my viewers, I will appreciate it if you can come in and air your own opinion concerning this. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.